chances are, once you're ready to sell your course, you're going to use video. I mean, it makes sense. It's far easier to create a sales page with video. You can connect with your audience far better. And you're in total control of the order in which they're given the information. A sales letter. It's going to beat one of those long, drawn-out sales pages every day of the week. But, and here's the thing, and I see this all the time, people set it up totally wrong in Kajabi. And then this, it has a massive effect on sales, or should I say, lack of sales. In fact, all the advantages that a video sales letter offers, set it up wrong and you just give away all the advantages. And then when it doesn't convert, they think, well, it must be the sales video itself or the headline or something. It's not. In most cases, it's just been set up wrong. So, using Kajabi, I'm going to show you how to set it up right. But before we get to setting this up, let me just mention something here. It's really important that even if you set it up correctly, the video that you're sending them to, it's got to look professional. Selling, it's all about creating trust and authority. How you present on video, how professional your video looks, is going to have a massive impact on your sales, particularly when the audience don't really know you. Now I know, creating professional video, it's a confusing topic for many, knowing what to buy and how to set it up and all that. So, what I've done is I've created a free guide, and it's really detailed. Tells you everything you need to know to create professional looking video. And I'll put a link below if you want to check that out. So, let's get back to talking about setting up our video sales page. So I've got Kajabi open, and underneath the websites, we've got pages. I'll select that. And then we want to select landing and then new landing page. And when I do, we've got all these lovely designs, but we don't want any of those. The one we want, we just want a blank template. So I'm going to come over here to blank, click preview, click get started. I'm going to give it a name. I'll call it my sales page, and then click create. We now get this very basic page, but we're going to do a couple of things here that are going to make a huge difference to your conversion. But before I show you a few little things that you can do on your video sales page that are going to make a big difference, there's a couple of things that I want to mention. When you're using video to sell, one of the best video formats I've seen, one of the highest converting formats, are videos that actually offer some value. You attract customers to the page with the promise of information to help them. And then as you're helping them, proving that you've got a solution, you're also at the same time, you're positioning them to take the next step, which of course is to buy your course. And because you're helping them, the customers there, they're more open to your message. You're building trust. If they land on your sales page and they immediately think that it's a sales pitch, the barriers come up and they get really skeptical about anything and pretty much everything you say. It's really hard to sell anything before you've built trust. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to go drop him on a page with a video and then have it look like a sales page. It needs to look like an information page. It needs to look like it's a page there just to help them. So this is what we're going to do. And there's two parts to this. The customers, or at least your potential customers, are going to be coming to your video on the promise of some benefit to them, to learn something. You get the idea. So the first thing, before they get to the page, the video page, we're going to use a two-step opt-in to capture their email. And they'll have no real objection to inputting that, because the reason they're visiting the page is to get something of value to them. Your information. You're going to be giving value. So every single one of them that views your video, your sales page, you're also going to have their email address before they've even seen the content. So if they don't buy, you can follow up later. More on that shortly. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. Let's jump over into Kajabi and set this up. First thing we're going to do is delete this image placeholder because we're not going to need that. So I'll click it. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here and then select delete this block. And then we need to come up here to add content, and we're going to want a video. So I'll select video. That's going to be our sales video. And now we need to upload our sales video. So video actions, upload new file. Now, so we don't have to wait ages for a large video to upload, I've just found a shorter one just to demonstrate. So I'll click choose, select the file, select open. There we go, that's a video uploaded. Now I'm also going to quickly add an image placeholder just because it's good practice to do so. So if I come over here where it says image, I'm going to click select image, upload new file, choose file, select it which is conveniently placed on my desktop, click open and click save. Now a couple of things you might want to change here. If I select the video and then scroll down to player settings and then here under video player controls, the only two options that I allow customers normally is autoplay and allow full screen. So I'll select those two and I'll unselect show small play button and play button, because I want the audience to realise that they've got to watch it all the way through and they can't go skipping about and stopping and starting. I want their full attention. But like I said, it's totally up to you. Now, before we add the all-important two-step opt-in, which we'll do in a second, we need to add a call to action button. And this can either be a button that takes them to a conventional sales page or a checkout page, depending on your offer. But we don't want this button to appear until you start to sell, until you move from educating to selling in your video. Up until that point, we want the audience to be open to your message. We want them in effect to be sold before they even realise it's a sales page. It's a million times easier to sell when they don't realise you're actually selling, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is make the call to action button invisible and then have it only appear just as you move into your sales pitch. So let's pretend that in this video, say it's at the 3-minute mark, say that's when I start to sell. This is when I want the call to action button to appear. So what I'm going to do from the add content, I'm going to come over here, add content, call to action. I'll just scroll down. I'll just change the text. I'll just put buy now. I'll stick a price in, $197, pretend. And then I'm going to come down and then underneath time reveal, I'm going to select that. And we said 3 minutes. So I'm going to change the offset units to minutes. And then in the offset, I'm going to put 3. And then I'm going to click save. So what's going to happen when this video starts to play, this button down here will be invisible until the 3-minute mark. At the 3-minute mark, the button will appear. Now, lastly, we need the all-important two-step opt-in. We want to capture email addresses before they view the video. So anybody that doesn't buy, you could then drop them into say a follow-up email sequence, and you can actually do that using tags. You can totally automate it, but that's a topic for another day. Now, Kajabi does have a built-in two-step opt-in feature, but the problem with it is to make it work, you have to have a button to load it. So there's no point in putting a button on this page to fire the two-step opt-in. In other words, the page with the video. We want the email address before they even get to the video page. Otherwise, it's pretty pointless. And Kajabi, it doesn't give you the option to launch a two-step opt-in page on page load. You have to assign it to an action. I really should create some bit of code to fix this. Anyway, not to worry, we're just going to have to do a little bit of a workaround here. So what we're going to do is grab the URL of this video page. What we're going to do is grab the URL of the video page. We're going to need that shortly. I'm going to come down here to details, then copy the video URL and then save the URL. We're going to fix this, but before we leave this page, make sure you save it. So we're going to come back up here to the top. So we're going to jump back to the pages section and we're going to create our own two-step opt-in. So again, under landing, we want new landing page, blank page, click that, click get started, and I'll just type in two-step opt-in and then click create. First thing we're going to do is we want to clear everything off this page. So I'll select that, scroll to the bottom, delete this block, select that, scroll to the bottom, delete this block. Now we need to add our form to capture the user's name and of course the email address. So that's up here, add section. We want to scroll down, we want opt-in form. So I'll click add. Now of course we could, if we wanted, add other elements to the page to dress it up or add a little bit of more information if we wanted. But whatever you do, my advice is keep it simple. You only want the user to do one thing here, and that's enter in the name and the email address. So keep it clean, no distractions. So what we've got to do now is add a form. So I shall come over here, click select edit. We want to select a form. I'm going to select default form, which I've already created. Now next we need to tell the page where to send the user once they've input their information. So I'm going to go and grab the URL that I saved earlier. And then in this box here, I'm going to paste in the URL. I'll hit save. And now let's preview it in the browser. So I'll come up here, click preview, page loads. I'm going to type in my first name, I'm going to type in my email address and click submit. And there we go. And through the magic of editing, at 3 minutes, as I move from teaching to the offer, the call to action button appears. And if they don't buy, I've got their email address so I can follow up. It's really simple and it works. I hope this video's helped you. So until next time, bye for now.